Hi, I'm Eric Siegel, and today we're going to be checking out this Paracord survival bracelet. So it's a Paracord bracelet with some survival items on it and inside of it. So it really doesn't have any branding on it. Let's go ahead and open it up. I think I got this on Amazon. I'll post the price and any information on it below. So it's got the bracelet, and then it's got this little customer satisfaction brochure right here. Happy or not happy? So I guess if you're happy, you can go onto Amazon and give them a product review. And if you're not happy, it gives you instructions to email them at support@thepauseland.com. So, the Pause Land, maybe that's who makes this, I don't know. Anyway, so here's the bracelet itself. And on the exterior, we've got some survival tools, and then there's some stuff on the inside that you can only access if you disassemble the bracelet and undo all the paracord. So, on this side, we've got a Ferro Rod. On the other side is the striker for the Ferro Rod. Then we've got a whistle over here. And then in the middle, we've got a compass. So right off the bat, this kit has some advantages over your typical paracord survival kit. Most paracord grenade type survival kits, they have the paracord completely surrounding the contents of the kit. And so in order to access anything in the kit, you have to undo all the paracord and basically destroy the kit. So it's sort of a one-way process. With this, it's still one way if you want to access what's in the actual band. You're going to have to undo all the paracord and destroy the bracelet. But without doing that, you've got access to a few handy tools on the outside. We've got the Ferro Rod and the striker, the whistle, and the compass. Now, I don't know what's actually inside the band itself. I think there might be some fishing gear or something like that. We'll find out in a minute when we open this thing up. But first, let's check out the stuff on the outside, starting with the whistle. Now, this whistle is very familiar, and that's because it's on a lot of products these days. This is an emergency bivy sack from Paracord, and it's got the exact same whistle on it. And you'll find this whistle on a lot of these emergency bivy sacks and tents and so forth. So I imagine there's some factory over in China that's just cranking these things out, and they put them on all sorts of survival and camping gear. But the whistle itself, it sounds pretty good. For its size, it's pretty good, and you could definitely get someone's attention with this thing. Now let me go ahead and take this off. It'll make it easier to check out the fire steel and striker. Set that aside. And so now, here's the Ferro Rod, and you can see I've already used it a little bit just to test it out. It's pretty short, but it's not too bad, and I found the best way to use it is to sort of pull it on this paracord until you're in the middle right there, and then sort of pinch it in your fingers, then bring around the striker and throw some sparks. And it's not bad. I mean, obviously it'd be better if you had a full-size Ferro Rod, but considering its size, it's not bad, and you could definitely light a fire with this, no question. And then we've got the compass here in the middle, and it looks like it is accurate. It's pointing in the proper direction, so it's a good compass. Now before we open this up to see what's inside, let me actually show you what it looks like when you put it on your wrist. And I probably should have left the whistle on, but oh well. So what I do is I pull it around like this, and then the Ferro Rod will go through the striker piece. So let me show you off my wrist. It'll kind of go through like that. And there it is. And I've got pretty big arms, and it's typically very hard for me to find a paracord bracelet that fits, because most paracord bracelets are too small for me. Well, let me try from the other way. Maybe that'll be easier. I've put this on once or twice, but I couldn't remember how I did it, which direction I went. Oh, there we go. Okay, so this one is pretty big. Like I said, I've got big arms and there's lots of room on there. So this is a very loose fit. I imagine you could probably tighten it a bit by wrapping this around. You know, maybe something like this. And sorry if I'm doing this wrong. I'm not an expert at fitting bracelets. But you could probably wrap the Ferro Rod around, sort of stick it in there like that. Now it's a little tighter. So now let's go ahead, we'll undo the paracord and see what's inside. So looks like there's an end to the cord right here, so I guess that's where I'll start. As this paracord begins to dangle out, my cat is perched over on the other table, watching and waiting. I think he's going to pounce it any minute. And there's the compass freed from the paracord. You can see underneath it's got a little loop to allow you to secure it to the bracelet with the paracord. Alright, this piece has come out now, which I think this contains the rest of the survival gear. Alright, so there we go. It looks like we've got about 10 feet of this paracord, and this is pretty good quality paracord. And then of course we've got the striker and the Ferro Rod. And we've got the compass, and then here is the rest of the kit. Now, it seems to be sealed, so let's get out my trusty Swiss Army knife and see if we can open this thing up. Alright, so we're getting closer. Looks like it's wrapped up in plastic of some sort, so let's see if we can get this stuff out. Well, right up top here, looks like we've got some cotton tinder for starting a fire. Feels almost like toilet paper, but yeah, that's for doing a fire. Then we've got some fishing gear. I hope I didn't break that. I'm going to go ahead and cut this plastic liner open because I'm not sure what this is for. I don't see how to get it out without cutting it open. Who knows, I may be doing this all wrong, but it's alright. I've got another one that's not being opened for this review, so whatever I learn on this one, I'll apply to the next one. Okay, we got it all out. That took a while. It was really packed in there. So, we've got what looks like mainly fishing gear. So, we've got a couple of swivels right there. We've got the tinder for making a fire. We've got an alcohol pad that is leaking. 70% isopropyl alcohol. Guess for disinfecting something. Maybe you could use it for fire, I don't know. Got two little safety pins. We've got two floaters for fishing. We've got two weights right here. And then right here is the fishing line in this little Ziploc bag. And I'm not going to take it out of there because I'll never get it back in, but it looks like, you know, there's some light test fishing line and two hooks. Alright, so here's the entire contents of the kit. We've got the 10 feet of paracord, the Ferro Rod and striker, and then the piece of tinder. We've got the whistle and a little bit of paracord with it. The alcohol pad. We've got two fish hooks with fishing line attached, two swivels, two safety pins, two sinkers, two floaters, and the compass. So yeah, for what this is, it's pretty good. All this stuff fits into a paracord bracelet. That's not bad. Now, like I said before, this should never be your primary survival kit. If you're out in the wilderness and this is all you have, shame on you. You should have been better prepared. I like to view stuff like this as backup survival gear. So when I go out, I've got my primary gear in my pack or whatever. But if that gear should get lost or stolen or damaged or whatever, well, then you can have something like this as a backup. So you've lost your primary gear, but you still have a way to make fire, get attention with the whistle, find directions, potentially catch some food with the fishing gear, and you've got some paracord as well. So yeah, that's about it for now. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm Eric Siegel, and I'll see you next time.